Gamers Pass podcast, where a group of us gaming people get together and just chat about video games. And we have a wonderful episode for you today because the Nintendo GameCube turned 20 years old. And I think all of us have wonderful memories of the Nintendo GameCube. And we will see, but we're going to get through all of this stuff. We're going to talk about peripherals. We're going to talk about games. We're going to talk about the system itself. And basically just go down memory lane for Nintendo GameCube. And joining me today, we have Lightsy. Lightsy, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good.
Excellent. What have you been playing?
Sims 4. I've been working on my legacy challenge a lot this week.
Yeah, tell everybody what you're doing, because I think this is cool.
All right, so a little while ago, I really wanted to start the legacy challenge on The Sims 4. That is where you just create one sim, and it's like a rag to riches type thing. You start off with no money on the biggest lot in whatever world it was. It's like a 64 by 64.
Okay.
So it's like the biggest lot in the game. And you basically go from no money, no house, you build up your house and money as you go. And you play through basically 10 generations of this family.
Huh.
So for my sim that I made, I based my first sim off of my great grandmother, Lorraine Rand.
Sure.
So yeah. So I've got how many? I've got Kathy, Ainsley, Margaret, and Roger. So right now I've got 4 of her 5 kids.
Wow.
And
okay.
For the second generation of it, I'm going to play my grandmother.
Yep.
And I already have my grandfather in the game from another playthrough of when Cottage Living came out. I made him be my farmer sim because he used to take care of cows and chickens and stuff.
That's cool.
But yeah, so I am almost about to start my second generation.
That's awesome. Are you doing this on YouTube, or is this on your Lightsy Plays?
Nah, this is just what I've been doing for fun.
That's cool,
yeah.
And that's actually really awesome. It's super interesting. When you had posted on Facebook, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Good stuff. All right, next to right here is Lee. Lee, how are you making out, sir?
I'm doing all right, thanks. How are you?
Fantastic. I want to know what you've been playing.
Well, I've been sort of, I bought a game recently. It was more like a childhood game for me.
That's okay.
But like for you, it would have been yesterday to you. But it's not one that you'd probably think of. It's a Warhammer, like 40,000K game called Dawn of War.
All right.
And I used to play that like a fair bit when I was younger.
Yep.
And I really enjoyed it. So I thought, let's buy it and play it again because I couldn't find it. I don't know where.
Would you get it on PC?
Yeah, on my laptop. Yeah.
All right, cool. Now, I'm assuming you purchased Xbox Game Pass for your PC.
No.
Let's get on that, Lee. Let's get on the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, my friend, because you can have it for PC, and it's wonderful. So is this Warhammer 40,000, whatever? Is this kind of like a simulation where you start and then you start building your hut, you build your barracks and all this stuff, and you kind of grow out your army? Okay, I love those games. Oh, so speaking of the Xbox Game Pass, Age of Empires 4, so it's like Age of Empires, right?
Yeah, to a point.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love those games. And there's a Star Wars one, Galactic Battlegrounds, that had come out years ago, 1 and 2. The exact same, my friend. You can get that for your laptop, I'm just saying. Xbox Game Pass.
I'll look into it.
All right, good stuff. All right, next is Mark, the Ultimate Hater 87. Mark, how are you doing, sir? And what have you been playing?
I'm doing great. So this week I've been playing Warzone and Phasmophobia. I just started on that.
Did Tim get you into that?
No. Well, I've seen you and Tim stream it. I always wanted to try it out. So with this laptop now, I'm able to do that. And
that's cool.
Yeah, there's it's pretty creepy, especially
Yes, it
since
is.
the updates. They've changed a couple things around. The ghosts seem to be a lot more active now,
Oh
and
snap!
it's
Okay.
yeah,
What's your
pretty
name?
crazy.
What's your name? How old are you?
Right.
Like it was a lot of fun. I would play it again if I had a
Yeah.
group of us to play with. I'd play it again. That's cool. All right, just gobbled up the entire banana. Ashley, God, it's so good to see you. Ash, how you doing today? And what have you been playing?
I'm doing so awesome. Thank you so much for asking. I've been playing a lot of Apex up until the last about 4 days.
Okay, which we will talk about.
And then I actually been playing Gang Beasts,
Oh, okay, yeah.
which is on Game Pass.
I was gonna say on Xbox Game Pass.
It was. And then I'm getting back into Grounded because I've had a few updates for Grounded.
Nice. I played
Which
that for
is-
a tiny bit. I'd love to get into it again.
It's so good. The new update has me all sorts of complaining about how I hate spiders.
Okay, I probably won't play it then.
And then my other one that I've been playing still is and I'm getting close to beating is on the Nintendo Switch, which is Pokemon Sword.
Okay, that's cool. Good stuff. I want to throw and you know what, I'll save it for after what I've been playing because I've been going crazy with Xbox Game Pass. We're halfway through the month. It's the 19th, and I think I have over 4,000 achievements unlocked just this month alone. And I had no clue until Shownuff79 messaged me on Twitter. He said, Paul, I can't touch you, but all you other people I'm coming for. I had like 3,400 at the time for the month, and he had like 600. And I was like,
Wow.
oh snap! I didn't even realize. Like, I just been playing some insane, amazing games over the last week, or actually this whole entire month. It's just been wonderful. So. Excellent. All right, we're going to jump right into what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a little bit of news first, and then we're going to get into the awesomeness of the Nintendo GameCube. And to go back from what we had talked about last week, which was basically the decaying of Twitch. And I think, Lee, you're the one who coined that term, I believe it was. I don't know, but it was, you had said something awesome, and it was just like,
Yeah.
that's it right there. So we're going to start with Lightsy, then we're going to jump to Ash on this. Lightsy, what did you want to chat about first regarding Twitch?
So I blocked my first channel from coming up in my recommendeds this week. Yeah, so they have been coming up all the time on my recommended, and you know, I don't like seeing them and what they're doing in my recommended because it's not something that I'm gonna go watch. And this channel was Amaranth.
I heard her. Okay. Amaranth.
She was one of the ones that was big into the hot tub streaming.
Oh, yes. And I assume she has the assets to draw the attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
She does, yeah. So what she was doing when I actually blocked her from my list was ASMR licking the microphone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Licking the microphone ASMR. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, a cat could do that, but they wouldn't get as many followers, would they?
Oh, Lee, that just opens the door for many terrible jokes, which would be amazing. But we're not going to even, we won't even go there. Oh, both of you have cats right now. That's funny. Lightsy, wow.
Yeah.
That is next level, I guess. I don't watch ASMR. I don't watch the hot tub. In fact, I don't really watch Twitch. I was on Twitch the other day for Kate, one of the new girls that joined, who is into the whole psychic community. She joined ours and just say hi and blah blah blah. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna pay her the favor and go say hi to her as well. And she actually lives like 20 minutes away from me, which was kind of cool. But that's the only time I've been on Twitch to watch people, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it was during the daytime when I had time to do it. So licking the microphone ASMR, That I've never heard of that.
It was very erotic.
That's all that's going through my head. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to relax until.
Because ASMR is meant to be relaxing, isn't it? It sort of has the reverse effect.
How the decay of Twitch? There it is. So, Ashley,
Copyright.
Yeah, that's right. I'm blown away. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. And
I don't either. Like, it's just we've gotten to that point.
Wow. Well, good for her, I guess. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Ashley, is there anything else first? So, Lightsy with
no, that was it.
That was it. All right.
That was literally it.
So Ashley has also a Twitch story that she would like to, and Lee, I guess, as well, because Lee, I believe, is a mod for Ashley on her streams and stuff like that. So go ahead. Let's share your wonderful story.
So with Twitch and stuff, we have these bots that come in, and it's just a really hard thing already with Twitch as is. And so I had somebody within our community. I've been helping another community. They seem pretty awesome so far. They're a nice family like yours, Paul, for example. And I raided them out for my birthday stream last night, and then they got botted super hard. Twitch botted them, or somebody did, something happened, and they were botted over 1,000 followers.
Yeah, that sucks.
And yeah, and that hurts your channel, especially he just reached affiliate.
Yep.
And that hurts, you know, like you're going through all this stuff already to go through the hoops to be affiliate.
Yep.
To get there, that 50 followers, which isn't a lot, but still, that can be hard as a new person to get there. You know, the hate raids, which I did see as of, what was it, September 13th, 2021, Twitch sues 2 users for harassing streamers with hate raids.
Oh,
we
wow.
haven't heard anything back from that yet. So we don't know if they actually got the people who created these hate raid bots, but they've been specifically targeting, you know, Black and LGBTQ communities of streamers. Yeah. And so, you know, it makes me just like, what is the point of being on Twitch anymore?
Yeah.
And that's what sucks. You know, Twitch is a really big platform that allows you to get money pretty relatively quickly, where YouTube, it's like 1,000
followers, yeah,
for monetization.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's where it's, you know, like, how do I get that 1,000 to get monetized?
Yep.
And so it really sucks. I've been really contemplating leaving Twitch, and it's sad.
Sure. So did you say Twitch is suing the two people?
Yeah. So, TechCrunch.com had said Twitch followed a lawsuit late last week against 2 people on its own platform for running automated hate and harassment campaigns. The harassment, often targeted at Black and LGBTQ communities and streamers, manifests in a unique Twitch phenomenon as hate raid.
Wow.
On Twitch, creators regularly point viewers towards another friendly account after their stream concludes to boost their audiences, a practice known as a raid, which is a great thing to do.
Absolutely. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, and I like that feature on Twitch. Hate raids invert that formula, sending swarms of bots to harass streamers who have inadequate tools at their disposal to block the influence of abuse. Wow.
Well, that's good that they're suing them. I hope something big does come of it where it just wrecks this stuff. But with all honesty, I think that one of the greater things is blocking some words that, especially in usernames and stuff that you could type, it just shouldn't even come through. And I know you can do that on your own, but really these words shouldn't even just be allowed to be spewed onto a username or anything like that. Yeah, I know you can do variants, but you know what? Those variants can be recorded and put into their database as well.
And that's the hard part. The names can be changed. So I even faced it was about a 5-day shadow ban on Twitch for blocking, and you know, I'm a mod on a couple of channels, and so I wasn't able to type on any channel unless I was a moderator. And
Wow, okay.
because I was out there banning all these bots, and I faced a 5-day shadow ban for it.
For banning bots? You got a shadow ban for banning bots from Twitch.
I did.
To help protect communities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was 5 days I couldn't go type in any chats unless I was a mod, or use the highlight my message from the channel points.
Did they get an email about that or anything? Or just...
I got just a generic response back from Twitch about your account was automatically flagged for some reason. Please don't do it again.
Wow.
It was just a generic response all 3 times I had asked specific questions.
Sounds almost like the bots themselves kind of had like a back door of, you do too many of it, then we're gonna ban you kind of thing.
That's insanity. Wow, that sucks, guys. With all honesty, I think those of you that are able to pursue Twitch as a full-time, wonderful. But people like me, it's more of a part-time thing, even because I love doing it. But for them to block or ban, shadow ban people and all this stuff is just insane. It's insanity. I can't believe it. I don't know what to say. This is 2 insane Twitch stories that are so mind blowing. I don't know. I don't want to lick my microphone. I'll tell you that right now. I think that's gross. So let's.
I'd pay to see that.
I mean, it sounds like a very strange euphemism.
On my OnlyFans. I know, Lee. That's amazing. I'm gonna create an OnlyFans and I'll just go. That's it. Pretend it's ice cream. That's the only way I would enjoy it. Is if I shouldn't even have done that. That was weird.
I mean, I can't clip on Zoom.
No,
so
I'll add it to the blooper, Lee. So here we go. Let's jump in. Lightsy's got some Pokemon Unite news. Since beat 'em ups destroyed the game for me. Darn you, beat 'em ups.
Well, I don't like beat 'em ups now.
Nope.
So
he's shadow banned right now.
Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, we've got a big update coming for Pokemon Unite. It's being released on mobile finally.
Excellent. So, I was just wondering, have you heard if the mobile or mobile, it's mobile to us, and the Switch, will they be playing together, or is it just going to be?
I believe so.
Okay, cool.
Like I haven't seen anything that has said specifically otherwise that I can recall, but like I believe it'll be cross-platform.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So with the update, I believe Sylveon is coming to the game. That's the fairy evolution, one of my favorites.
Okay.
So you can bet that I'm gonna be switching from my Slowbro to Sylveon to main. Yeah. The battle pass, the current battle pass is ending in 2 days. I'm super close to finishing that. Like after this podcast, once we're done here, I'm gonna go finish off my dailies for today, and then that'll finish off my battle pass. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah,
good
and
stuff.
I've done that just doing the bare minimums too. Like I was saying to you earlier, I haven't done many of the challenges that required me to become, MVP so many times in a week. Other than this week, I've got like 5 or 6 done already, and that's just from doing my dailies from the rest of the week. Yeah.
Excellent.
I haven't gone gung-ho playing it to just get my battle pass. Like sure. I'm still only level 18.
That's all right. Lee, are you almost done the battle pass?
I mean, I didn't buy the battle pass.
Oh, I thought you did. My apologies. Ash, are you playing Pokemon Unite?
Yeah, somewhat. I just kind of laser focused on my shield, Pokemon Shield.
All right, Mark, how about you?
No, only Pokemon I'm playing is Pokemon Shield.
Okay, no, that's cool. Excellent. All right, I just have a couple updates, and it's what I've been playing, and then we're gonna jump into something with Ash as well. There was something I saw in the PlayStation show that we did last week, and it was called Islanders. Yes, Islanders, and what it is, little indie game. You're presented with an island, and you kind of got to build a utopia, I guess, on it until you reach a certain level. And then you can go to another island and build that up, another island and build that up. And basically, it's a high score, or you could do sandbox mode. I didn't touch sandbox mode, but check it out. It was for $6 on Xbox, which I thought was fantastic. That was one of the games that really intrigued me during the PlayStation show, so I was super happy that I could buy it on Xbox, and I loved it. The music is peaceful, and it's more of a strategy because let's say you place a civilization and you got to build mansions and houses around it. You get these like packages, and so you got to place things in order to gain more points and more points, and it's got to be close to this but away from that, and it's just really cool. Super simple but a lot of fun. I loved it. But a game called The Artful Escape came out on Xbox Game Pass. It's a brand new game, and I went crazy, and I loved it from the very get-go. It's an indie game. It's beautiful, but what it is you're kind of a musician. You're a guitarist, and your uncle was this great folk music sort of dude, and you're visited by, I'm going to call him Rufus from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, who says, dude, come on, let's go. And so you're on a trek around this world, around the galaxy, impressing people with your insane guitar skills, kind of, and but there's no fighting or anything like that. You're just going through these beautiful created backgrounds and landscapes, and you're just rocking your guitar through the whole thing. It is mind-blowingly amazing, and when I was done, I was like, wow. Like, I loved the very first Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I thought it was amazing. All the extra stuff you didn't see in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure so they could get an A in history, this is what they did in the game. And that's the only way I can liken it. Even though you're one dude, you're just rocking on your electric guitar. The Artful Escape, I highly recommend it. It's a 10 to me. It is so good. The music's good. The story's cool. The gameplay's great, and it's just freaking awesome. Artful Escape. Give it a go if you can. I'm not sure if it's for PC when Lee buys the Ultimate Game Pass for PC. I don't know for that, but we'll see. But The Artful Escape, mind-blowingly amazing. And I didn't have this on the list, but I just finished it yesterday. It came out in 2015, I think, or whatever. It's called Tell Me Why, or 2018, Tell Me Why. That is a story-driven narrative game about twin sisters, with one of the sisters struggling with her sexuality, who believes they're a boy, and so they transition later on. But the mother was having difficulties with the daughter wanting to transition and becoming a boy at the beginning, and so she's going to kill that daughter right then and there, and it comes where the other daughter runs behind, stabs her mother, and she falls into the. It is Tell Me Why is a powerful story. It's basically it's an LGBTQ story sort of thing. It's incredible, extremely well done, beautiful story. But like it's intriguing right from the get go. And these twins have the ability to talk to each other mentally, and they also have the ability to see memories from the past. And the whole story is them trying to figure out why their mother did that, was going to kill one of them. And I'll tell you, it is fantastic. I finished it yesterday. It took me 2 days to finish it, but I went crazy playing for like 12 hours or something like that. That's all it takes. But it's one of those episodic. What's the new one that came out? Life is Strange. You know that sort of series, Life is Strange? Yeah. Tell Me Why is the exact same. The exact same, but different story, and it's beautiful. Very well done, and I loved it. And it was a powerful story. And it's set in Alaska. The landscapes are beautiful. And I'm just going to promote my own Instagram. I copied Lightsy, and I did a Pharaoh Plays, and I'm posting all videos and screenshots of the game, and I'm taking tons of that stuff. Feel free to check it out, and you'll see how beautiful the game really is. Okay, that's it for me. I usually don't talk about what I've been playing unless it's just mind-blowingly awesome, and those games have been great. Ash, let's talk about Apex Legends. You wanted to give a little update about that. Go right ahead.
So they do the season split when you're doing competitive and ranked. And so they decided to do this update, which I'm a little salty about in many ways, and I'll touch base on that as well. But so they decided to do this update right before the season end for the season split, and it affected a lot of people who play those ranked matches, and they extended it by a week, but that doesn't help us because the game is broken now. So when you match up with somebody who's on console, for example, you're getting either thrown out of matches, thrown right back into start screen, or you're thrown all the way back to home screen on the Xbox. And so you're left on the console where you have to, press your home button and you're back out, and then you have to quit the game and restart it in some cases. And that makes it almost unplayable. And some of the people are making it, using that to their advantage by, knowing that these players who aren't as good aren't there. So even one of my favorite things to play is arenas, and it's almost unplayable because you're really slow. You're either glitchy a little bit, where you're kind of like, it's kind of stuttery, and they're trying to fix that. But they should have just waited till the season end, personally, from my stance, that to incorporate these changes. And some of the changes were to a legend called Rampart, and adding some things that I think could have just waited till the season end.
Sure.
Apex is a kind of pay to play, and I think it's unfair for those of us who want those heirlooms for some of the legends, like me. I want the Bangalore's heirloom super bad.
Yep.
You can't buy it from the store. You have to actually earn it, or spend about $500 is what it is.
Okay.
To get that chance to even get the heirloom. And Tim the Tatman, and for big names, and was it Nick Merckx had bought these things, and it cost them about $500. We added it up one day.
Wow.
And they did get that heirloom. But now with Rampart's update that they're doing, they're allowing it so you can purchase her heirloom. And I just feel like, to us who are, not going to pay as much to the game, or are unable to, that is super unfair that her heirloom is purchasable.
So the heirloom, that's a skin though, right?
The heirloom is actually 4 different things that you could acquire. So Bangalore's is a knife, a banner pose, a emote, and one other thing I can't think of it. Oh, it's a quip.
Okay.
So it's something that she says, and you only get that one time. That's it. And so you have to grind it out, hope you get that chance in the packs, or you could buy some of the packs and hoping you can get that chance too. And I know several people that have been playing this game for years and just got them.
Wow. Okay. I love playing as Mirage on Apex Legends. That's my favorite. Apex Legends is a lot of fun. Mark, have you played Apex Legends at all?
I had to download it. I've never played it.
Okay, it's actually a lot of fun. And Ash, what you were saying about this, the speed of the game is absolutely what makes it somewhat appealing as well. Like you do run fast, you can slide, and the game is a fast-paced game. I thoroughly enjoy it. I love Apex Legends, but I get into it, I get out. Get into it, get out. And but that sucks that I've never played competitive, but to actually have to deal with all the hiccups and all that stuff. Are the same issues happening on PC? Do we know?
The PC, I think they've just been paying attention to more, because a lot of their competitive players are on this, and so I think that's where I think console is getting the shaft on that when they're trying to patch all the stuff. And so minus this little hiccup that they've done, they've added so much more stuff, like a new map they're talking about at the end of the season. That's going to be awesome. The gameplay has brought me back, because there isn't really much else to play for me, because I've gotten out of Fortnite. So
Warzone with Mark.
There you go.
Yes. Hey, we get to. What's that?
Well,
Mark?
It's funny, when I was just thinking of something too when Ash mentioned Nick Merckx, and those big time streamers, they make a lot of money on streams. It is insane.
Yes.
There was Tim the Tap Man. One of his YouTube videos he does react videos of him watching TikToks of people cooking and stuff like that. And I seen one last night where he got first tip was $300. And he's like, guys, wait a minute. Then literally like 30, 40 seconds later, somebody else tips him like $350. And he gets upset because it was like disrupted the whole video process and stuff like that. I'm like, if somebody just tipped me $650 in a minute's time, there's no way I'm complaining. So it's like, how much money do those guys really make on a daily basis?
He makes a ton of money, man.
Yeah.
If just go back and watch his day one stream of YouTube, and in the first 10 minutes he wasn't even streaming, he made thousands of dollars in the first 10 minutes.
What I have to say to that is, if he says it's disrupting his video process, turn him off.
yeah, and there's no issue really. It's almost a bit, but yeah, and we're not complaining. Don't anybody get that wrong. Good for him for building his community from a little bit to where he's at now. The whole thing is I'm jealous. I would love to have that, and I'm sure there's a form of jealousy, but it's not an angry jealousy. It's more of an envy. It's like, dang, I wish I could do that and have that. It's
if somebody dropped $300 on your stream, you're stopping for at least a minute and a half.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like Pete used to drop $400 a month every month, and you can go back to all my streams on Friday the 13th, the Fart Night days, all of that stuff, and it's just like, wow, stop! It's way too much money. How are you doing that? So, and Mark, even you've given so much as well. It's crazy. You guys are all amazing. All right, let's jump into the Nintendo GameCube 20th anniversary. This is why we gathered together today. And we're just gonna chat about some things, and we're gonna talk about memories, stuff you played. The Nintendo GameCube turned 20 September 14th, 2001. Was the day it released in Japan, and then a couple months later, November 18th in 2001 in North America, and then next year, we don't even care about the date. It came to the UK, whatever. It showed up there. And if you haven't noticed, I love to tease Lee as much as possible. I love this kid. I think he's a great dude, but I love teasing him as well. So let's go through units sold worldwide, and I do have some information here. So let me just drag it over. Not that window, but here we go. So units sold worldwide was 21.75 million units of the GameCube in its 6 years. America's was 12,094,000. Japan only 4 million. It's saying just in Japan, which is really weird. And in other regions is saying 4.77 million, which is kind of shocking. I figured Nintendo's a powerhouse in Japan. It of course it always has been, and I think that was leading up to the Nintendo DS, right? I think that came later on. We had the GameCube and all that, the Game Boy and all of that stuff. So maybe it was the whole handheld thing. But did any of you guys play with any of the attachments? There was a Panasonic Q version of the Nintendo GameCube where you could play DVDs. Have you seen or heard of any of that?
No.
I just seen that today. I was getting some information about that, and I was just like, There was a Game Boy Play attachment. Now, some of you are Game Boy fans and have had Game Boys. Did you guys have any of the Game Boy Play attachment? I think it went underneath the base of the GameCube.
I don't think I did.
Unfortunately, no.
No, okay. No, that's cool. That's cool. Well, that's different. So there was more than over 600 games for the Nintendo GameCube, and we will chat about games because that's the whole point. But the controller. Let's chat about the controller first. Some are still using the GameCube controller for the Nintendo Switch so they can play Super Smash Bros. Lightsy, what are your thoughts on the controller, and did you use it for Smash Bros or anything like that?
I never really played Smash Bros.
Okay, no, that's cool.
I don't play it on the Switch at all. I don't have it. But I don't know. It was different and weird, like going from for one, going from the Game Boy to the controller, but like going from the 64, the N64's controller, having like the 2 or the 3, and then it kind of being a lot smaller, if I remember. It was
Yes.
quite smaller.
From the
and
N64,
then,
right.
Yeah. And then having the second joystick being that tiny little thing, like
the yellow joystick,
yeah,
which was crazy.
the little yellow nub.
Nice. Lee, did you play much GameCube, and what are your thoughts on the controller?
Well, to be honest, I never owned a GameCube myself.
Sure.
But on my Nintendo Wii, the GameCube discs, they are actually compatible with the Wii, so you can play the GameCube games on the Wii, and and I have got a controller for the GameCube that you can plug into the Wii as well.
You say you have one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, I've only got like a few games from the GameCube that I play on the Wii, but I don't really play the Wii anymore either.
Sure.
But yeah, it was great fun. I felt the controller was quite heavy, but that's just my
no. I'm just trying to remember. I haven't touched a GameCube controller in forever.
But yeah, I mean, like there was definitely like a lot of features to it.
Okay.
That was quite interesting.
Nice. Yeah. All right, Mark, how about you? Did you play much of, or what are your thoughts on the GameCube controller?
Well, it was definitely a upgrade to me from the Nintendo 64. I love the Nintendo 64 controller, but that thumbstick, if you didn't have like raw, wore down thumbs, after playing that for hours, then
Mario Party,
you weren't really playing.
Not even just the thumb, the middle of your palm.
For Mario Party, that's right.
Yeah, Mario Party. There you go. You had to. So I mean, I love the Nintendo 64 controller, but I'm glad they didn't continue with that. That's for sure. So the GameCube controller, it was pretty good. I mean, I can't complain on it.
No,
I was just glad they didn't have the analog stick there anymore.
Ash, how about you?
I got to own a GameCube myself. I'm pretty sure we still have one in a tote down in the basement. As a matter. Yeah.
Wow.
I still have my original N64 as well.
I'm coming to your house.
Okay, sounds good.
Incredible.
Yeah, we still have both the controllers, the consoles. We have 2 of the controllers for the N64.
Nice.
We just boxed them up and kept,
sure,
nice and neat.
Cool.
But I've played a few games from the GameCube that I thought was awesome back in the day. We didn't have the add-on. I knew that you could get that bottom, but I don't believe that we ever, between my husband and I, got it.
Yep. No, that's cool. Now they came out with a wireless controller, which I think I only used once. I did own a GameCube, of course, a huge Nintendo fan growing up, but they had a Wavebird wireless controller. Did any of you own a Wavebird or seen it?
I think my cousin might have had one, but I didn't have one.
It's a thick beast. Like, you have your GameCube controller, then you get the Wavebird, and it's massive, and you're trying to play, but it's a wireless controller, which was kind of cool. But it's also a little ugly. I don't mind saying it was a little ugly, but yeah, no, that was cool. Now, something else they had was Donkey Kong bongos. Does anybody remember the Donkey Kong bongos? All right, Ash, did you play it?
I did.
Oh, you did? I never got to play it.
If I recall, it was a great game for what it was. And...
Okay. Now, Lightsy, you said you remember the Donkey Kong bongos. Did you get to play it?
I don't think so. No.
All right. Mark, how about you?
I think they had them set up at a Walmart or a GameStop. I'm just trying to remember, but I did get to play a little bit. That's my only memory of it, but I think it was either Walmart or GameStop. They had it on display. I thought it was pretty awesome.
I didn't get to play it, but so you remember, you thought it was pretty awesome. Do you remember the whole point of the game? Was it kind of like Guitar Hero but with the bongos, or?
Well, it was like you had to hit it a certain way to get the Donkey Kong to like jump up and stuff like that. I remember.
Okay.
I mean, it was so long ago.
That's pretty innovative, but
yeah.
Just the peripherals was so awesome. Lee, how about you? Did you play the DK bongos?
I have never played a Donkey Kong game ever.
Donkey Kong Country?
No, none of them.
Wow. You have a Nintendo Switch?
Yes.
You have the online?
Yes.
You have to play Donkey Kong Country for the SNES. Go into like this will be one of the most enjoyable
right after this.
Tell Mumsy to wait. T can wait. Crumpets can wait. There is Donkey Kong Country, which is iconic music, incredible gameplay, just phenomenally amazing. Donkey Kong Country, yeah. Minecart, yes. Minecart Carnage, so much fun. Lee, write it down right now.
I'll look into it.
Oh, you know what? We need to come back to Lee for next week. We're gonna say, did you play Donkey Kong Country?
Homework.
Yes. Look, Mark's got it right there. Mark is showing you. Yeah. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna get mine too. Come on, come on.
Lee, come on.
Yeah, Lightsy's got hers turned on. That's amazing. Lee, I appreciate your youngness. I really do. You're 21, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate, but you have so much to learn from us, older to middle to also still young folk. I'm just saying.
You're old today, Paul.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Oh, okay. All right, Mark, if you don't mind me asking.
33, turned 34 in two weeks, roughly.
Alrighty, and Lights will be turning 30 soon?
November,
and Lee, you're 21. I'll be 46 in December. Crap, I'm an old man. All right, that's all good. Lee, I love when you can confess and all four of us are like, what? And we can just like point fingers at you. The next, I remember using this. All right, I used this. I don't know if I owned it or not. I probably did. It was the microphone. They came out with a karaoke game, but they also, for the Mario Party games, they had a microphone that you could play. And I guarantee I had it. I just don't remember using it. But have any of you guys used the microphone for the Mario Party games and stuff?
not that I can recall.
Nope. Okay, Ash, yeah. So you have the microphone, has a little button, and you plugged it into, I believe, where the memory cards go or something like that. I think that's what it was. But the microphone, and I was a huge Mario Party fan. Mark brought up the blisters on your thumb, and Lightsy had mentioned the palm. From day one on the N64 Mario Party, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they've kind of dropped off, and hopefully they're going to make a big comeback with Mario Party, because there is a treasure. The new one comes out, I believe, in October with 100+ games, but still, there's just something special and fun about Mario Party. Yes, sir.
And the microphone was so weird, too, you know, with the GameCube. It was this long tubular.
Yep.
And, you know, if you didn't push it, sometimes if you didn't push it long enough, people didn't hear you.
Oh, really? I don't remember. That's funny. Good stuff. So next, before we're going to get into games, but one of the things I want to talk about, excuse me, is the actual design of the Nintendo GameCube. Now, I know it had to be a cube because it's Nintendo GameCube. I personally love the design. I had a purple one. Excuse me. And I think a few years later, I got a black one as well. I don't remember, but I know I had the purple one for sure. I just loved it. I love my Xbox Series X. I got 2 of them, perfectly shaped. I love ergonomically wonderful. It feels really good. Lightsy, what did you think of the design of the GameCube?
I liked that it was cube and like that it was just small enough that you could easily pick it up and take it with you to somewhere else.
Yeah, it had a handle with it too, which is funny.
Yeah, like it was very convenient, and that it was very portable, I guess. Like,
yeah. Lee, how
Yeah.
about you?
I
I'm
mean,
sure you've seen it, right?
yeah, I've definitely seen it. I mean, I like again, I've never owned one myself,
Yeah.
but I'd always say that Nintendo have always strived to make to try to be as portable as possible. So it's like you see what they've done with the like but particularly the Switch now. Like they've tried to make like anything that they can as portable as they can,
Yeah.
and I like incorporating just a simple handle onto the GameCube can make like the a big difference.
Yeah, that was
Where
cool.
it's like perhaps not everyone could own it, so you could have someone amongst your friends who did own it, and they could
Hmm.
take it to your place and play it there.
Yep.
And it's not like it had a whole bunch of different parts to it either, like
No,
how the Wii did, having like
Yeah.
the tower itself, the sensor
The
thing
sensor,
and
motion
everything.
bar, yep, everything.
Yeah, like it was
Mark,
easy to just take everything.
your GameCube, what did you think of the design?
Well, I like it better back then than what we get these days, as far as like how compact it was
Yep.
and everything. A lot of bang for your buck there. I would say it's probably one of the more durable systems, if I can ever remember, at least modern systems like that actually use CDs and everything. Because I've had so many PlayStation 2s because they all went out and broke or something
Yep.
happened to them.
Mm.
But then my GameCube, it lasted.
Sure, yeah.
It lasted a long time.
N64, the SNES, the NES, all of them have lasted, which is crazy.
Yep.
Ash, what about you for your GameCube? I want to see it now. That's a crazy thing. So let me, before I get into Ash, I still have a NES. I have an N64. I have a Nintendo Switch. I have a Nintendo Wii. I have a Wii U. The only two systems I'm missing for my display case that I'll get from IKEA, Lightsy, will be I need to get a SNES and I need to get a GameCube, and then I have all of my main consoles. I'm not talking about Virtual Boy or Game Boy, all that stuff, but the main consoles. So I'm jealous you have one, Ashley. So what are your thoughts on the GameCube?
I thought it was amazing for its time. Really, it was back, then they even made cases that you could make them portable.
Oh.
So like I even have an N64 case that you could just pack up the N64 into this little bag, and I could bring that the next time I
That's
could go
cool.
through my basement and get that. But so that even the GameCube had a little bag that was like an addition, and you could just stuff all the cords, the controllers, and the cube right into a bag and then just go, and it was super easy. You could, I think the bag
I think
held
it was very well compartmentalized.
yeah,
as well,
it was too.
if I
It was
remember.
deep, and I think you could in the pockets you could carry up to, I think it was like 5 or 6 games within those pockets.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. You need to dig that out. You need.
I will.
You need to do an Ashley retrospective of all my stuff I own. Do a video, send it to me so I can watch it and love it. That's really cool. All right, let's jump into the games. We're gonna fire off. I just want you guys to spew out your memories here right after my most wanted game that I wanted for the GameCube that I never got, and I still would love to have a copy of it today. It is the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. That had Zelda 1, 2, it had Ocarina of Time, it had Majora's Mask, it had a demo for Wind Waker, had 2 extra videos, all of that stuff, and when that came out, I just couldn't afford it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I need this, I want it, this is so amazing. So that is my most wanted game. Still to this very date, I would love to have that in my Legend of Zelda collector's items and all that stuff, which is so cool. But guys, so I won't go to yous. I just want you to just spit out some memories if you got some. There's a bunch of games. Like I found like the top 30 selling games of all time for the GameCube. And I just want your memories. Like some of them are Mario parties, but there's been so many Mario parties that you just don't remember what is on which. All you know is, oh, that's a GameCube version map or whatever. So the number 1 selling GameCube game was a Super Smash Bros. Did any of you play Super Smash Bros. Melee? Ashley, what are your thoughts on the Melee?
It was a lot of fun. You know, you could party up, you could do lots of things to your friends, and I mean, maybe get angry at them too.
Of course, yes.
And it was just, I remember just having so much fun with that as a kid.
Excellent. Lee?
Yeah, I had a great time on that. I mean, I played it with some people. They they got angrier than I did because I was better. Uh,
Nice.
but, but yeah, like I thought it was great. Like I thought the size of the maps and the variety of the characters was
Of
awesome with
course, yeah.
that.
Excellent.
Like
So,
like there were characters on that haven't been in later ones, I believe.
oh yeah, yeah. So, Lightsy, I want to ask you, what is your favorite GameCube game of all time?
Um, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door.
Oh, nice pull right there. Is that yeah, paper that's number 12 on the all-time best-selling list for Nintendo GameCube. Any of you guys play Paper Mario? Mark, did you play Paper Mario Thousand Year
No,
Door?
didn't play Paper Mario.
I didn't either. No, I didn't. Lee?
Not on the GameCube now.
All right.
I've got the game. I've got the Paper Mario on like the 3DS, but
Yeah,
not
which was
the
good.
GameCube.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was my first Paper Mario, and I do have the one for the Switch, but I haven't played it yet. Ash, what about you? Did
I
you
don't
play A Thousand Year Door?
I don't believe I did.
Okay, excellent. Lightsy, look at you, the solo legend on that. And that's your favorite one. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Mark, I'm gonna go to you. What is your favorite Nintendo GameCube game? We are still gonna go through a list of games, but I want to get your guys' input first.
Mine will be Metal Gear Solid
Ooh.
Twin Snakes, I believe.
Is that even on here? It's got to be on here. Metal Gear Solid Twins on the GameCube, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. Ash, did you play that?
I have it.
You
Still.
have it? Oh, snap! Oh,
So
yeah, it's not
that
even
was
in the
just a-
top 30. Okay.
That was just a remake of the original Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation 1. But
Okay.
I mean, if you played the PlayStation 1 version, then of course you're going to. I mean, it was a shock. I think that's still the only Nintendo Metal Gear game. I could be wrong on that one, but I enjoyed it. That's one of my favorite games because if you follow the Metal Gear storyline and everything, that's kind of one of the pinnacles of the story right there. What happened, Shadow Moses, all that stuff. It's I love that game. I love that game
That's cool.
for sure.
So to get sidetracked, where is the new Metal Gear Solid game? I'm just throwing that out there. When's the last one? It's been 6-7 years, hasn't it, for the last Metal Gear
Yeah.
Solid?
I think Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, I think that was the last one, if I'm not mistaken. That's an excellent game, too.
And I haven't played it. I have it and haven't played it. And
Letting me down.
I'm so sorry. Maybe I'll stream it or something like that. Okay. Lee, what is your all-time favorite GameCube game? I'm assuming it's Smash Bros. Melee.
I mean, to be honest, it is, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I did have a lot of fun with Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yes, which we
Um,
will talk about.
Yeah, I thought that was great fun. That I do wish they did things like that with the newer Mario Kart games, but I'm happy with it.
That you know what? That'd be cool to add a mode where you did double dash. I think that would
Yeah.
be a blast. But I want to talk about that in a little bit. Ash, what is your favorite Nintendo GameCube game of all time?
Of all time, it's so hard because I have two and I can't
Okay.
really pick.
Spit them both out. It's all good.
Hard. One of my most played was Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Hands down, best Zelda. Don't fight me.
Okay, but we're talking GameCube. That's not a GameCube game though.
Ocarina came to
Yeah.
yeah, it did at some point, and because I have it pulled up actually on the list on my list.
Yeah.
And so it must have, because like I even remember playing it on the Cube.
Sure. So that promotional disc came with Ocarina of Time as well, and same with Majora's Mask.
And then the Resident Evil series.
I've never played a Resident Evil game, so people love Resident Evil. I know some of those games are on the list. All right, so the whole series, like you're a major Resident Evil fan. That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
No, that's good. That's awesome. For myself, I guess I don't know if I could pinpoint one exactly. If anything, it would have to be Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker. That came out for the GameCube. I want it to come out for the Switch so I can play that beautiful game again. Wind Waker is so awesome. But you mentioned Mario Kart Double Dash. Anybody have any fond memories of Double Dash? I love the fact that you and your whoever was with you could play on the back, and then you swapped and stuff like that. Was so much fun. Lee, share some memories on Double Dash.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's great fun, and the different and like the different combinations of different people as well, like that you can have, and
Right.
the items that you can use with them as well. It is a lot of fun.
And
Like
if the
for
heavy
sure.
was on the back, that you had better traction, and then the
Yeah,
light, that was really cool.
yeah. It's a great mechanic that.
Nice. Mark, how about you? Did you play Double Dash?
No, I didn't play Double Dash.
Okay, excellent. Lightsy?
I might have.
Okay, no, and Ash, I'm assuming you played Double Dash.
You know, I'm looking at it and I don't believe I did.
Wow, okay. So Double
pulled it up.
Dash, yeah, no, go ahead.
I pulled it up and I just don't recognize it. So
All right, so Double Dash, for those that don't know, it's Mario Kart, amazing Mario Kart game, excuse me, with two people on one cart. And they each had their special abilities, blah blah blah. Wario was heavier than Mario, but you can put them all together, good and bad. And since they all had different abilities, I think you pressed, the right bumper or something like that, and you would swap. So if Wario's in the back, Mario was driving, you press the button, Wario would switch to driving, and Mario be in the back, and they'd have their. It is a blast, guys. It is so much fun. Mario Kart Double Dash was amazing. You can't go without mention Super Mario Sunshine, which is my oldest kid's favorite Mario game out of all of them. Mario Sunshine is a pain in the butt. It's hard. When they brought out the whole Switch trio again, when they came out Super Mario Sunshine, Galaxy, and Mario 64. Lacey, did you play Super Mario Sunshine? That was where you're on the island with your water gun.
Yeah,
spraying all the
yeah.
paint. Yeah.
I think so. Like, I don't think I owned it myself, but I think it was one of the ones that I might have like rented from Blockbuster.
No, that's cool. I think that if I remember correctly, the yellow joystick as well, you could actually move the nozzle around, which was kind of cool. Mark, did you play Sunshine?
that rings a bell.
Yeah. Mark, did you play Sunshine?
I played it at a friend's house a little bit, but I never dove deep into it.
Okay.
But it was pretty fun though with that little. Sorry, my dog.
That's okay.
It was fun going around with that little cleaner, like it's like a water gun thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was pretty fun doing that, but I didn't really dive into it.
No, that's fine. Ash, how about you?
it doesn't look familiar to me, unfortunately.
No, that's fine. Lee, did you play Sunshine?
No, but I've wanted to try it sometime. I thought it looked like a fun game, that one.
If you can, go buy, if it's still around, go buy the Super Mario Legacy Collection or whatever it is. I have it over here if I can find it right offhand. But it has Super Mario 64, Super Mario Galaxy, and Mario Sunshine together. And it's a must for your Nintendo Switch. It is so fantastic. What's that?
And I see that that analog stick right now on your Nintendo 64 controller.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I do have
the yellow controller.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to find where it's at. Oh, yeah, right here. So I went to a company called. I do have an N64. A friend of mine that I work with gave it to me, but the joystick is totaled, and so I went to a place called Beats and Bytes and I bought this peripheral controller. It's a third party one, but my favorite controller or collar controller was yellow. I loved the yellow one, and so I bought a cheapie. It was only like $20. It's all like, it has dog hair all over it because her hair flies everywhere. But yeah, so that's it. I love my N64 controller. So yeah, Super Mario Sunshine was fantastic. One of the things everybody's waiting for, regardless of Metroid Dread, is it? Metroid Prime series. Everybody wants Metroid Prime to come back, and they're waiting for Metroid Prime 4, which was announced, but there's been no details whatsoever. Have any of you played the Metroid Prime series? I want to say firsthand, I've never played a Metroid Prime game, but Ash, Mark, Lightsy, and Lee are saying no.
You'd have to go through my games if we even had it. If it was anybody who played it, would be my husband.
Okay, no, let's go on to Lightsy. Did you play Animal Crossing for the GameCube? You did. Okay, give me some memories, because I have a couple memories for that.
It was one of the first and only games that I had for the GameCube for a while. I remember getting it and then getting the Animal Crossing little memory card for it, because it freaking took up so many blocks of your storage card that it gave you their own storage card for it. But yeah, it's definitely what started my Animal Crossing addiction.
No, that's cool. And I'll share a memory here in a bit. Lee, did you play Animal Crossing GameCube?
No, I haven't.
Ash?
No.
No. Mark?
Nope.
All right, so I just want to share this, because this is what was mind-blowing to me. In your house, so I never owned it. I went to a friend's house and I played it, and they were playing it, blah, blah, blah. I knew nothing about Animal Crossing. But one of the cool things you got to do was you could get arcade cabinets for your house and actually play those games in your house. So I forget what games, there were several of them. So let's just say it was Asteroids, the arcade version of Asteroids, or the Nintendo version of Asteroids. You could play that. Like, the game would pop up in your screen and you're playing another game inside of Animal Crossing. It was so incredible, and I wanted that to come back for the last two, because for the Wii and for the Switch, but no go. And I'm assuming it's all trademark stuff or rights and all of that. I don't know, but so disappointing. I want to ask you guys, is there any Mario parties? And we're coming down to the end here. There's so much to talk about, but we're running into the late time here. Is there any Mario parties that stood out to you specifically, or is just Mario parties are just super fun? They're all Mario parties.
All Mario Party is all Mario Party to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Same with me. Star Fox Adventures, I don't think I got to play. Pikmin, which is a super fun game. Have any of you guys played any of the Pikmin series?
Mm-mm.
Okay, no, that's cool. Resident Evil 4 came out for the GameCube. And Ash, you probably like that. Why do you like the Resident Evil series? I remember watching someone play the very first one. I think it was PS1, was it, or PS2?
I want to say it was PS1.
Okay. So what is the appeal to you for Resident Evil?
With Resident Evil, it's strategy. Like, I loved, trying to get through all these levels with Resident Evil. It made you really think. It made you have to search. I mean, the game is super immersive. It's always been super immersive. Story driven as well, it's kind of an all-in-one game. It really is. And I think where people have slept on Resident Evil is just because some of it was, similar in ways, but they set it up. It was just very story driven compared to like the movie series. Like, when you compare the two, Alice isn't actually a character at all. Yeah. So it's so interesting what they did from the games to the movie franchise, really.
All right, no, good. And I've never watched the movies either. People hate the movies, but I don't know if that's the fanboys talking from Resident Evil fanboys to these movies suck. I'm not sure. All right,
I'm not sure either.
Is there any games that I may have missed? I know Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 came out. Lightsy, go ahead.
There was Harvest Moon.
Yes! Oh my gosh! They're not even on the list, but I am a massive Harvest Moon fan. Yes. All right, keep going. I'm sorry.
There was Day of Reckoning, WWE.
Okay, I don't think I played that.
There was one of my fondest memories that I have is with WrestleMania 19.
Okay, nice.
Playing that with my cousin when I would go visit Ontario, my family in Ontario.
That's cool. What else? Yeah. Anything else?
What else was there? Oh, Pokemon Showdown.
Haven't heard
and
of that.
Pokemon Gale of Darkness XD.
Haven't heard of that. That's cool. All right, Mark, how about you? Is any I missed?
Yeah. Well, I cannot believe you did not mention Luigi's Mansion.
It's on here on my list. It is ranked at number 5 for best-selling with a total of 33 million copies sold. I'd never played it.
That was my favorite GameCube game outside Metal Gear. It's got to be Luigi's Mansion. I remember Prince of Persia. I played that on GameCube. That was an awesome game. Nice. I wish they would have a remake on that.
They are doing I don't know if they're doing remaking that one, but I believe a Prince of Persia game is coming out.
Let's see, what else are we missing? I feel like something else big is missing.
That was Pokemon Coliseum, not Pokemon Showdown.
Pokemon Coliseum. Okay, I heard of that one. Oh, so they're doing a Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake.
Oh, that would be awesome. That's what I remember playing.
Okay, yeah, they're doing that one. All right. Anything else?
Kirby Air Ride for me.
Kirby Air Ride is. I seen Kirby on this list. Yeah, Kirby Air Ride is ranked 28 with 1.35 million copies sold. There's got to be more than that. It can't be just 1.35 million copies. What else?
And then it wasn't as popular, I don't think, but The Simpsons Hit and Run.
I was just gonna say that one.
Simpson Hit and Run. I remember playing that in the arcade. That was a blast. Lee, spit out some games here, guys.
There was a Spider-Man one, was there not?
Most likely.
I mean, I can't really say that I contribute much there.
That's fine. No, that's cool. And Lightsy, Pokemon Coliseum was ranked 9. Or 10, sorry, 10. That's cool. F-Zero stuff. So here's the list. From 1 to 35. Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart Double Dash, Super Mario Sunshine, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, Luigi's Mansion, Metroid Prime, Animal Crossing, Mario Party 4, Pokemon Coliseum, Mario Party 5, then 7, Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, Star Fox Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Battle, Mario Party 6, Pikmin, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Strikers, which was that soccer Super Mario game, F-Zero GX, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. They brought that out right before they brought it out to the Wii as well, which was different. I think that was, many people said that was the GameCube killer. Was they announced it, but hey, the Wii's coming out and we're bringing out Twilight Princess for the Wii as well. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which Lightsy mentioned. Sega.
I was just looking at price for that game.
Yep.
Pokemon XD is selling for like $269 right now.
Wow. Okay. And Ashley just shot her head up like, I probably have that in a box downstairs. Probably. Then we got Sonic Mega Collection, Resident Evil, Kirby Air Ride, Final Fantasy Crystal. Any Final Fantasy fans with you guys?
I played the mobile one, Brave Exvius.
Yep.
For a little bit.
Okay. Then we had Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, which was a lot of fun. Resident Evil 0, Donkey Konga, which I believe that's what you use the bongo drums. Mario Power Tennis, which was super fun. Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2, Pikmin 2, Metroid Prime 2, Echoes, Soul Calibur 2, Star Fox Assault, and Mario Superstar Baseball. Just 20 years of just wonderfulness. Well, 7 years total, but like 20 years, just great memories, great games. Is there anything else, guys? Before we get into Trivia Lee?
Well, you just ruined my trivia, so...
Did I ruin all your trivia?
Yes.
All of it? Are you serious?
Yeah, because I had that very list up, and you read out the whole list.
Oh, well, does anybody remember? I just closed my list.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
The only other collection I kind of played on the GameCube and other platforms as well was the Sonic collection.
Okay, yeah. I think that was on the list as well. The Sonic collection. Back in my advanced old age, it was basic. If you couldn't afford two systems, which many of us couldn't, it was either one or the other. You were either Nintendo or Sega. And for me, Nintendo, I carried through Nintendo all my life, basically. And I even for the Nintendo 64 days, I was the get in or get out sort of guy, which you can actually go look at their advertisement for the Nintendo 64. That was one of them. That was awesome. Good stuff. All right, Lee, do you have any trivia or no?
No, I don't.
Shoot.
Not anymore.
I do apologize, Lee. You're gonna have to come up with like 10 questions and go from there and see what ones I ruined for you. All right. Anything else, guys, before we end this?
The reception on that Deathloop game seems pretty good so far.
Got a 10
So-
from IGN.
Yeah, because it came out like 5 days ago.
For us,
I saw a little bit of gameplay of it yesterday during my friend's subathon.
yeah.
It kept crashing on him.
Oh no,
Mm.
that sucks. So for us Xboxers, Mark, we got to wait a year for it to come, but it's still coming either way, and I can wait a year. That's fine. Ash, you got something?
There's a game actually that is going to be blockchain based that's coming out in the next maybe the end of the year they've been talking about. It's called Illuvium.
Okay.
And you could potentially earn Ethereum by playing it.
Ethereum?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
It's a coin based money. It's kind of like it's kind of like Dogecoin. It's kind of like
Oh, okay, that's cool.
yeah,
I guess
and
that's one way to make people play your game.
it's actually worth more than most of the coinage. Other than I can't think of it right off the top of my head. It's really early for me, but there's a top coin that you can use. But this
Bitcoin,
is
right?
about the second. Yeah, Bitcoin. So that's Bitcoin, and then it's Ethereum.
Really?
Hmm.
Oh, snap. Okay. That sounds interesting. All right, we're going to sum it up unless somebody's got something. All right, cool. I know we're a little over time, guys, so thank you all for hanging out. Lightsy, where can everybody find you?
Lee groaning. You can find me on, Twitter, Instagram at Logan Ainsley, Instagram at lightsy.plays, YouTube, Twitch, Just Lightsy, TikTok, Just Lightsy, Facebook, Just Lightsy. Is that everything?
And I have
I
all
think that's
your
everything.
links too for the description. Mark, how about you? I still need all your links as well. If you could send them to me on Facebook or whatever. But what do we got, my friend?
Okay, find me on Twitch, Ultimate Hater 87, on YouTube as well, Ultimate Hater 87. I'm working on my bio on YouTube, and you can find me on Facebook at Perfect View Production.
Okay, I think I joined that. I think you sent me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Cool, Ashley. I have 2 of your links, YouTube and Twitch. If you could just hook me up. I think your Twitch may have changed though, right?
I'm still working, so I have till next month, unfortunately, to change my name. But
Okay.
on YouTube, it's Goddess Gaming. On Twitch, it's Goddess Persephone Gaming.
Yep.
And on Instagram, it's Goddess Gaming, and on Twitter, it's Goddess Gaming.
Excellent. Lisa's shaking his head. I love this. All right, so yeah, if you want to even send me your Twitter stuff and all of that, so I can put the link, so all these wonderful people, the millions who watch this, can actually follow you. Lee, my good friend, where can they find you on the socials?
You can find me in the depths of hell.
So
can-
what's the link for that, Lee?
You have to go talk to Satan about that.
Set up an email for people to email you, Lee, and then we can have like
Yeah, I'll
Ask
do
Lee
that.
corner.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll have a Q&A for Lee and for Lee Everett.
Lights, no, Did you hear what Lightsy said though? So people could ask you questions about for this, all of that. I think that'd be amazing. That's
Oh
a
yeah,
great idea.
I'll set that up just to shut you up.
No, well, no, we still need you on Twitter, my man. We still need you
Nah.
on Twitter, but yes. Because all right, hashtag Lee gets Twitter. This is going to be the running thing until he finally gets it. But I love that email thing. I think that's great. And
Yeah, I'll take that idea.
All my stuff's in the description for the most part. I started a new Instagram, Pharaoh Plays, where I post all pictures of just gaming stuff, gaming related, which is a lot of the games I'm playing now, and some videos. I talked about the Artful Escape. Some videos are on there. I highly recommend give it a watching. I have 0 followers. I don't care. I'm just posting and posting and posting. I get lots of likes on that stuff, but nobody's like, I'm not following him. Screw him. But all right, guys. Well, I guess this
You
is
have one
it.
follower now.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Oh, it just popped up too on my phone. Logan Ainsley, here we are. Awesome. So here we go, guys. So as for Lightsy, as for Ultimate Hater 87 Mark, as for Ash, as for Lee, my name is Paul. You guys take care.